Guys, what I'm about to tell you today, maybe I should never say publicly. Like, seriously, I am Selena Gomez. Even right now, my hands are shaking while talking about it because I never thought one night could change so many emotions inside me again. But before I start, please listen to me carefully, okay? You guys are not just my viewers. You are not just my fans. You are literally my strength. Whenever I feel broken, whenever anxiety hits me, whenever I feel lonely at night, I read your comments, I read every message, and trust me, your love heals me more than therapy sometimes. So if you are dealing with depression, heartbreak, stress, family problems, anxiety, comment below, okay? I always read your comments and I pray for you guys every night. I really do. And please, subscribe and press the bell icon if you want more real stories from my life, because here, I don't want to act fake. I want to be honest with you guys, because you are my family. So what happened was, that night I drank too much. Like, really too much. I was at this private bar event, and honestly, guys, mentally, I was already exhausted before even going there. There were cameras everywhere, fake smiles everywhere, fake people everywhere. I kept pretending I was okay, but deep inside, I was not okay at all. And I don't know why, but that night everything hit me together. Memories, pain, loneliness, pressure, old love, everything. So I started drinking heavily. 1 glass became 2. 2 became 5. Then after that, I honestly don't remember anything. I was barely able to walk. Everything around me became blurry. And then, darkness. That's it. The next thing I remember, I slowly opened my eyes and realized I was sleeping on a huge soft bed in a room I had never seen before. At first I panicked. I immediately sat up and looked around. The room smelled expensive. Warm lights, luxury walls, black curtains, modern furniture. Then suddenly, I froze, because I recognized the perfume smell in the room. Justin. My heart literally stopped for a second. I looked around again and whispered, "No way." Then the door opened, and there he was, Justin Bieber, wearing a black hoodie, messy hair, tired eyes, holding coffee in his hand. And guys, when he saw me awake, he smiled softly and said, "Finally awake, baby?" I swear, hearing that word again after so long almost destroyed me emotionally. I looked at him confused and asked, "Justin, what happened?" And he slowly came near me and said, "You passed out at the bar. You couldn't even stand properly. I got worried, so I brought you home." Guys, I immediately remembered one thing. His wife wasn't home. She had gone on some tour trip for a few days. And suddenly my heart started beating fast because why would he bring me here? To his house? I felt nervous instantly. I told him, "You shouldn't have done this." But he looked at me quietly and said, "And leave you there alone? Never." That sentence, I don't know why, but it hit me so hard emotionally. Then he gave me coffee and sat beside me. No cameras, no fame, no drama, just silence. Real silence. The kind of silence that only exists between two people who once loved each other too much. I kept looking around his new house because, guys, when Justin and I were together years ago, he had a completely different house. This one was new, bigger, more modern, more cold, but somehow, his eyes still felt the same. Then he suddenly stood up and said, "I have some work meetings. Just rest, okay? Make yourself comfortable." And before leaving, he looked at me one more time and softly smiled. "Don't leave before I come back." Then he walked away. And guys, I don't know why, but after he left, something inside me started feeling strange. Like my heart was trying to remember something my brain was afraid to feel again. So I slowly got up from the bed and started walking around the house. The house was beautiful. Huge glass walls, luxury paintings, soft music playing automatically in the background. But while walking through the hallway, I suddenly noticed something weird. One wall looked different. Very different. Like it was hiding something. I slowly walked closer. And guys, my heart literally dropped, because hidden inside the wall was a secret door, a completely hidden door. No normal handle. No keypad. Nothing. I stood there shocked. "What is this?" I tried pushing it. Nothing. I searched nearby drawers for keys. I tried every key I found. Still nothing. Then I called one of the maids and asked her carefully, "Do you know what's behind this door?" And guys, the maid looked nervous instantly. Then she whispered, I've seen Sir Justin go inside many times, but only after touching some sensor. My stomach dropped. Then I asked her something that honestly scared me too. Does Hailey know about this room? And the maid quietly replied, No, ma'am, I don't think so. At that moment, thousands of thoughts entered my head together. Why was Justin hiding a secret room inside his own house? And why from his own wife? And trust me, what I discovered next completely changed everything between us forever. Subscribe and press bell icon, dear. I stood there completely frozen in front of that hidden door. My heart was beating so fast I could literally hear it inside my ears. The maid quietly walked away because even she looked scared talking about it. And honestly, after hearing that even Hailey didn't know about this room, my mind started overthinking badly. Like, what could be inside? Why was Justin hiding it? And why did this entire thing feel connected to me somehow? I kept staring at the wall for almost 2 minutes silently. Then I tried opening it again. Nothing. I pushed harder. Still nothing. I checked every corner hoping maybe there was some hidden button somewhere, but no. Before I tell you anything, please subscribe and press bell icon. Then suddenly, I remembered what the maid said. A sensor? So I slowly moved closer to the wall and awkwardly whispered, Justin Bieber? Nothing happened. I felt stupid instantly. Then I laughed a little at myself and said, Okay, Selena, calm down. But something inside me kept telling me this room had something personal hidden inside it. Something emotional. Something dangerous. So one more time, I moved closer and softly said, Justin, it's Selena. And suddenly, click. The wall unlocked automatically. I swear my soul left my body for 1 second. I jumped back in shock. My hands literally started shaking. The hidden door slowly opened by itself and cold air came out from inside the room. For a second, I actually got scared to enter. Because whatever was inside that room, Justin clearly wanted nobody to know. Not even his wife. But my curiosity was stronger now. So slowly, I walked inside. And the moment I entered, I completely stopped breathing. My eyes instantly filled with tears. Because in front of me wasn't just a room. It was literally in me. Every wall, every corner, every shelf. Everything inside that room was filled with memories of us. Pictures of me and Justin everywhere. Old Polaroids. Concert pictures. Private selfies. Funny blurry photos. Pictures of us laughing. Pictures of us crying. Pictures nobody in the world had ever seen. I slowly covered my mouth with my hand because I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Then I walked deeper inside the room. And it got worse emotionally. There were gifts. My gifts. The exact gifts I had once given him years ago. Even the bracelet I thought he lost. The hoodie I wore during one of our late-night drives. Even old movie tickets. Birthday letters. Everything. Every single thing carefully protected like treasure. And then, I saw something that completely broke me. The burned necklace. Years ago during one of our worst fights. I got angry and burned almost every memory connected to him. I thought he probably did the same. But no, he secretly kept everything safe. All these years, inside a hidden room, inside his own house. Even after getting married, I slowly sat down on the floor because my legs literally became weak emotionally. The room even smelled familiar. That same soft perfume smell from years ago. The same candles we used to buy together. The same music playlist playing quietly in the background. It felt like time never moved inside that room. Like Justin secretly froze our love there forever. And honestly, a part of me felt happy. Really happy. Because no matter what happened between us, no matter who entered our lives later, a part of him still loved me deeply. I could feel it everywhere in that room. But another part of me became scared instantly. Because why would he build this inside his own house? Secretly? What if Hailey found out someday? This could destroy his marriage completely. And suddenly guilt started hitting me hard. I kept looking around emotionally while tears slowly fell from my eyes. Then I found a huge glass box near the corner of the room. And inside it were hundreds of printed pictures of me. Not celebrity pictures, not red carpet pictures. Real Selena. Me sleeping. Me laughing randomly. Me eating. Me without makeup. Me crying once inside a car. I looked at them shocked because these were moments only Justin could have captured personally. Which meant he kept looking at these memories all these years. Alone. Secretly. Without telling anyone. Then I noticed something else. A voice recorder. My hands started shaking again. I slowly pressed play. And suddenly, Justin's voice filled the room softly. "If someday you hear this, just know, I never stopped loving you completely." I instantly broke down crying. Like real crying. Not pretty crying. The painful kind. Because sometimes, no matter how strong you act publicly, one sentence from the person you truly loved can destroy every wall inside you. I kept crying quietly while sitting there surrounded by our memories. And honestly, at that moment, I forgot he was married. I forgot the world. I forgot everything. It just felt like me and him still existed somewhere secretly inside time. But then suddenly, a horrible thought hit my mind. What if someone sees this room? What if someone exposes this? What if people think I came between their marriage? I panicked instantly. So I quickly wiped my tears and left the room. The hidden door closed behind me automatically again. And for a few seconds, I just stood there silently in the hallway trying to breathe normally. My heart felt heavy, but strangely warm too. And because my mind was becoming too emotional after everything I saw, I decided to distract myself. So I walked toward the kitchen, and suddenly, a memory hit me. Justin's favorite food, spaghetti bolognese. I smiled slowly through tears and whispered, "You still remembered everything about me. So maybe I should remember something about you too. And trust me, what happened after Justin came home that night made everything even more emotional. I slowly tied my hair back and stood quietly in Justin's kitchen trying to control my emotions. But honestly, after seeing that secret room, nothing inside me felt normal anymore. My hands were shaking while taking ingredients out from the fridge because my heart kept replaying every single thing I saw inside that room. The pictures, the gifts, the letters, the voice recording. Especially that sentence, "I never stopped loving you completely." I swear, that line kept echoing inside my head nonstop. I leaned against the kitchen counter for a second and closed my eyes. Then I whispered to myself, "Selena, calm down." Because deep inside, I was happy. Really happy. And maybe that sounds selfish, but imagine discovering that someone you once loved with your whole soul secretly protected every memory of you for years. Even after marriage, even after distance, even after heartbreak. How could that not affect me emotionally? So I decided, at least tonight, I wanted to do something small for him too. Something real. Something from the old days. Then instantly his favorite dish came into my mind. Spaghetti bolognese. And I smiled emotionally because years ago Justin used to ask me to make it constantly. Literally constantly. Sometimes at 2 a.m., sometimes after studio sessions, sometimes after fights just so I would stop being angry at him. And somehow, I still remembered the exact recipe. Every little detail. That realization alone made my chest hurt emotionally. So I started cooking. Soft music was playing quietly in the background while I prepared everything slowly. And honestly, for the first time in a long time, I felt peaceful. Like the old Selena had returned for a few moments. Not celebrity Selena, not exhausted Selena. Just Selena. I boiled the pasta carefully while preparing the sauce exactly the way Justin loved it. Extra cheese. Little spicy, creamy texture. And while cooking, I kept smiling, remembering old moments together. The way he used to stand behind me while I cooked. The way he used to steal food before dinner was ready. The way he used to hug me from behind randomly. I tried stopping those memories, but they just kept coming. And honestly, a dangerous part of me didn't want them to stop. Around 45 minutes later, everything was ready. The kitchen smelled amazing. So I placed the food beautifully on the table and looked at it proudly. Then I checked the time. Justin still wasn't home yet. So I sat near the entrance waiting quietly for him. And while waiting, my mind became emotional again. Because now I knew something nobody else knew. Justin Bieber still carried me inside his heart secretly. That hidden room proved everything. And I didn't know whether that truth was beautiful or terrifying. About 20 minutes later, I finally heard the front door opening. My heart instantly started beating fast again. Then Justin walked inside wearing a black coat, looking tired from work. But the moment he saw me awake waiting for him, his entire expression changed softly. He smiled immediately and said, "Baby, why are you still awake? You should have rested." I looked at him quietly for a second, because hearing him call me baby again after everything I discovered inside that room felt completely different now. Then he walked closer, looking guilty, and said, "Sorry I got late, work was crazy." And honestly, The way he was talking to me felt so natural, so warm, like years never passed between us. I smiled softly and replied, "It's okay. Compared to what you're doing for me right now, I haven't done anything for you." For a second, he just stared at me silently, like my words touched him emotionally. Then suddenly he loosened his tie and smiled softly. "Okay then, sit down. Give me 5 minutes. I'll make your favorite food myself." I instantly laughed and stopped him. "No, Justin, sit." Then I pointed toward the dining table. "I made something for you." And the moment he saw the food, he completely froze, like genuinely shocked. His eyes widened instantly. Then he looked at me slowly and whispered, "No way." I smiled nervously. "Your favorite spaghetti bolognese?" I swear. The happiness on his face at that moment destroyed me emotionally. He looked like a little kid, like someone whose favorite memory suddenly came back to life. Then he sat down quickly and looked at the food with the softest smile ever. "Selena, you still remember?" That sentence hit me hard. Because honestly, he remembered everything too. So I smiled softly and said, "Try it first." He immediately took a bite. And the second he tasted it, he closed his eyes dramatically and put his hand on his chest. "Oh my God." Then he looked at me completely shocked. "This tastes exactly the same." I started laughing emotionally while he kept eating happily like he hadn't eaten properly in years. And the entire time, I just kept staring at him silently, watching him smile, watching him enjoy something I made for him again. And weirdly, it felt like home. Then suddenly, without thinking much, I picked up the fork myself and quietly fed him with my own hands. The moment I did that, Justin looked at me silently, completely silently. And for a few seconds, neither of us spoke. The tension, the emotions, the memories, everything became too intense suddenly. But he still opened his mouth quietly and let me feed him. And honestly, that tiny moment felt more intimate than words. He finished the food happily and leaned back, smiling. "I missed this so much." Then he looked directly into my eyes and whispered softly, "No one ever made it like you." I looked away shyly, trying to hide my smile. Then I jokingly replied, "Don't worry, whenever you want it, just tell me." And suddenly, he stood up slowly, walked toward me, and quietly asked, "Can I hug you?" My heart literally melted instantly, so I nodded softly. Then Justin wrapped his arms around me tightly. And the second he hugged me, I swear, every pain inside me disappeared for a moment. Real peace, real comfort, the kind you can't fake. I slowly closed my eyes while holding him tightly too. Neither of us wanted to let go, but what we didn't know was someone else was secretly watching us. If you are enjoying, please subscribe and press bell icon. Justin's arms were wrapped around me so tightly, like he was scared I would disappear again. And honestly, the moment he hugged me, everything inside me became weak emotionally. All the pain, all the stress, all the loneliness I had been hiding for months. It suddenly felt quiet. I slowly rested my head against his chest and closed my eyes. His heartbeat. That same heartbeat I once used to fall asleep listening to. For a few seconds, nothing else existed. Not fame, not cameras, not the world. Just me and him standing silently in the middle of his kitchen like two broken people trying to breathe again. And maybe that sounds wrong. Maybe people will judge me after hearing this story. But I promised myself I would stay honest with you. Because you are my family. And if you truly love someone deeply once, sometimes your heart remembers them before your mind can stop it. Justin slowly rubbed my back while hugging me and softly whispered, "I missed you." That sentence completely destroyed me emotionally. Because the way he said it didn't sound casual. It sounded painful, real, like he had been holding those words inside himself for years. I tried staying strong, but my eyes started filling with tears again. Then suddenly, Justin froze. I felt his body tense immediately. He quickly looked toward the hallway and said angrily, "Hey, come here." I got confused instantly and turned around. And that's when I saw her, the maid, standing near the corner secretly holding her phone. My heart dropped immediately, because the second she noticed we saw her, she panicked badly and tried hiding the phone behind her back. Justin's entire expression changed instantly. His face became dark with anger. "What are you doing?" The maid started stuttering nervously. Nothing, sir." But Justin immediately walked toward her and grabbed the phone from her hand. And the moment he checked the screen, his jaw tightened with rage. Photos, videos, of us hugging, of me feeding him. Everything. My stomach instantly dropped. Because if those pictures leaked, everything would explode publicly. The media, the internet, Hailey, Benny, everyone. Justin looked furious. Like genuinely furious in a scary way. "What the hell is wrong with you?" The maid immediately started crying and trying to explain herself. "Sir, please forgive me, I needed money." Justin looked at her coldly. "So you secretly record people inside my house?" She kept crying harder. "I thought maybe I could blackmail you or sell the pictures or send them to Hailey or Benny and..." Enough. The way Justin shouted made even me jump slightly. I had seen him angry before years ago, but this was different. This anger came from fear. Fear of losing everything. The maid kept begging for forgiveness, but Justin threw money toward her angrily and pointed at the door. "Take this and leave. Right now. You're fired." She looked shocked. "Sir, please. Get out." She immediately ran away crying. And the second the front door slammed shut, the entire house became silent again. But Justin wasn't calm. Not even close. He started pacing around the kitchen, frustrated, running his hands through his hair aggressively. "I can't believe this happened. She could have ruined everything." I could see panic in his eyes now. Real panic. And honestly, seeing him this stressed made me emotional too. Because suddenly I realized something terrifying. This wasn't just about us anymore. One leaked photo could destroy multiple lives. Justin kept walking angrily around the room while breathing heavily. Then he suddenly punched the kitchen counter lightly in frustration. "I'm so stupid." I quickly walked toward him and softly grabbed his arm. "Justin." But he still looked furious. "No, Selena, you don't understand." Then I gently held both his hands and looked directly into his eyes. "Come with me." He looked confused. "What?" I smiled softly through nervous emotions. "I want to show you something." And instantly, his anger softened a little. I swear it was almost funny how quickly he calmed down whenever I spoke gently to him. He took a deep breath and quietly nodded. "Okay, baby." That word again. So I slowly held his hand and started walking him toward the hallway, toward the hidden room. And while walking there, my heart started beating faster again, because now I was about to confront him about the biggest secret he had hidden from everyone. We finally stopped in front of the wall. Justin looked confused immediately. "Why are we here?" I looked at him silently for a second, then softly smiled. Enough hiding now. The moment I said that, his face changed instantly, like completely. His eyes widened. His breathing stopped for a second, and I could literally see nervousness hitting him hard. "Selena," I gently squeezed his hand. "I know everything." He stared at me speechlessly, then slowly looked toward the wall. And for the first time since I arrived at his house, Justin Bieber looked scared. Not celebrity scared. Not public scandal scared. Emotionally scared. I moved closer softly and whispered, "Don't worry." Then I touched the wall gently and said, "Justin, it's Selena." Click. The hidden door opened again slowly, and Justin immediately looked at me shocked. "How did you..." I smiled emotionally through tears. "You really thought I wouldn't find out?" For a moment, he couldn't even speak. Then I slowly pulled him inside the room with me, and the second we entered together, the atmosphere changed completely again. Soft music, old memories, pictures everywhere, our entire love story frozen inside one hidden room. Justin stood there silently looking around while I watched him carefully. And honestly, the expression on his face broke my heart, because he looked exposed, like someone whose soul had finally been discovered. Then quietly, almost nervously, he whispered, "I can explain everything." And what he told me next made me cry harder than ever before. Subscribe PLs and press bell icon. The moment Justin whispered, "I can explain everything," my heart started beating so fast again. Because standing inside that room with him felt unreal. Like somehow time had opened an old wound, but instead of bleeding, it was still alive. Justin slowly looked around the room nervously while rubbing his hands together. And honestly, I had never seen him this emotionally vulnerable before. Not during interviews, not during breakups, not even during our worst fights years ago. This was different. This was the real Justin. For a few seconds, he stayed completely silent. Then he slowly walked toward one of the picture walls. A wall filled with old memories of us laughing together. Concert backstage moments, late night car rides, random blurry selfies, even stupid little pictures I didn't even remember taking. Justin gently touched one picture frame and smiled emotionally. "You remember this day?" I slowly walked beside him and looked at the photo. It was an old picture of us sitting on the floor eating junk food while watching cartoons. And suddenly, I remembered everything. The weather, the smell, the way he kept annoying me until I laughed. I instantly smiled through tears. Yeah. Then Justin looked at me softly and whispered, "That was one of the happiest nights of my life." I swear, hearing him say that almost broke me emotionally again. Because he wasn't speaking like a celebrity. He wasn't speaking like someone acting emotional for cameras. He sounded genuine. Painfully genuine. Then he slowly walked toward another shelf and picked up an old bracelet carefully. The bracelet I gave him years ago. "You gave me this after our first huge fight," he said quietly. "You told me if I ever looked at it, I should remember that love needs patience." My eyes filled instantly. Because not only did he keep the bracelet, he remembered the exact reason behind it too. And honestly, that scared me emotionally. Because people don't remember details like this unless the love stayed alive inside them. Justin kept walking around the room, slowly showing me everything one by one. "This hoodie was yours. You cried in this picture because we fought before your flight. You gave me this letter during Christmas. Remember this movie ticket? You fell asleep halfway through the movie." Every memory, every detail, every emotion. He remembered all of it. And while listening to him, I realized something terrifying. He never truly moved on from me. Maybe publicly life continued. Maybe relationships changed. Maybe time passed. But emotionally, a part of him stayed trapped inside us forever. Then suddenly he stopped walking and quietly looked down. His voice became softer now. "You know what the saddest part is?" I looked at him silently, and he slowly whispered, "I tried forgetting you." That sentence instantly made my chest hurt emotionally. Justin laughed weakly through tears and continued, "I really tried, Selena. I tried distractions. I tried work. I tried changing my life. I even tried convincing myself that maybe what we had wasn't real." Then he looked directly into my eyes. But nothing worked. At this point, tears were already falling down my face silently. Because deep inside, I knew exactly what he meant. Justin slowly sat down on the couch inside the secret room and rubbed his face tiredly. "I know this room is insane. I know hiding this from everyone is wrong. But this was the only place where I could still feel close to you." I couldn't even speak anymore. Because honestly, a part of me was incredibly happy. Happy knowing I was loved this deeply. But another part of me felt guilty. Because he was married now. And suddenly that reality hit me again painfully. "Hailey." I looked around the room emotionally and whispered, "What if she finds out someday?" Justin became silent immediately. A painful silence. Then he quietly replied, "She won't." But the way he said it didn't sound confident. It sounded scared. I slowly sat beside him and looked at the memories around us again. Then quietly I asked, "Why did you build this room inside your own house? You could have hidden this somewhere else." Justin looked at me for a few seconds silently. Then he smiled sadly. "Because I wanted you close to me." That was it. That sentence completely destroyed whatever emotional control I still had left. My tears instantly fell harder. Because no matter how complicated everything had become, no matter how messy life was, his love still sounded real. Justin noticed me crying and quickly moved closer, worried. Hey, don't cry, please." But I couldn't stop. Because imagine hearing the man you once loved confess that he secretly built an entire hidden world just to keep your memories alive. I looked at him through tears and whispered shakily, "You're insane." Justin laughed emotionally too. "Probably." Then suddenly, I grabbed him tightly and hugged him with all my strength. Like really tightly. And honestly, at that moment I forgot everything again. The world disappeared. The fame disappeared. Even time disappeared. I just held him tightly while crying into his shoulder. And after a few seconds, I felt something shocking. Justin started crying too. Not silent tears. Real emotional crying. His breathing became shaky while holding me tightly back. And that completely broke me. Because Justin always tried acting strong emotionally. Always. But right now, inside that hidden room, he looked like a man carrying years of buried pain alone. So I gently held his face and whispered, "Hey, look at me." His eyes were completely red. And honestly, seeing him like that made my heart ache badly. I softly wiped his tears and smiled through my own tears. Enough now. You're gonna make me cry harder too, idiot, Justin laughed weakly while crying. Then he rested his forehead against mine silently. And for a few seconds, we just stayed there breathing together. No words. Just emotions. But neither of us realized that outside this hidden room, a much bigger problem was slowly getting closer to destroying everything. Justin rested his forehead against mine while both of us tried calming down emotionally. Inside that hidden room, everything felt dangerously real now. Not memories anymore. Not nostalgia anymore. Real emotions. Alive emotions. I could still feel his hands shaking slightly while holding me. And honestly, that scared me. Because I knew Justin. Whenever he loved deeply, he loved completely. And that kind of love can destroy people emotionally too. For a few seconds we stayed silent, just breathing slowly near each other while soft music played in the background. Then Justin quietly smiled through tears and whispered, "You still smell the same." I instantly laughed emotionally and lightly pushed his shoulder. Justin. But deep inside, hearing little things like that was making my heart weaker every second. Then suddenly he looked around the room again and sighed heavily. "You know, sometimes I come here alone at night. I sit here for hours. I look at these pictures and think about everything we survived together." I looked at him quietly. And honestly, I believed every word, because this room didn't feel fake. It felt lived in. Loved in. The candles were fresh. The pictures were clean. The music playlist was updated. This wasn't some forgotten memory museum. Justin still came here regularly. Then he slowly picked up one old Polaroid picture from the table and handed it to me. I looked at it and instantly started smiling through tears again. It was us wearing ridiculous winter hats during Christmas years ago. I remembered that night perfectly. Justin kept making stupid jokes until I laughed so hard I spilled hot chocolate everywhere. I shook my head, smiling. "You were so annoying." Justin grinned proudly. "And you loved it." Honestly, he was right. Then suddenly his smile faded slowly, and his expression became serious again. "Selena." My heart instantly tightened hearing the tone of his voice. "Hmm?" He looked directly into my eyes now. "What are we doing?" That question hit me hard. Really hard. Because suddenly reality entered the room again. I looked away quietly, and for the first time that night, neither of us knew what to say. Because what exactly were we doing? Two people with unfinished love standing inside a secret room full of hidden memories, while the world outside believed everything was over years ago. Justin slowly sat beside me again and rubbed his face tiredly. "I don't want to hurt anybody. I swear I don't." His voice sounded broken now. "And I know this entire thing is complicated. But whenever you're near me, I forget how to pretend." I stayed silent because honestly, I felt the same. And maybe that was the scariest part. Because emotional connections like this don't disappear easily. No matter how much time passes. No matter who enters your life later. Some people stay inside your soul forever. Then suddenly, brrr, Justin's phone started vibrating loudly. We both looked toward it instantly. And the second Justin saw the caller name, his face changed completely. Hailey. The atmosphere inside the room immediately became tense. Justin stared at the screen silently for a second before answering. "Hey!" I quietly looked away, trying not to listen. But honestly, hearing him talk to his wife while standing inside a hidden room full of my memories felt emotionally suffocating. Justin tried sounding normal on the call. "Yeah, everything's fine. No, work just finished late. Yeah, I'll sleep soon." Then suddenly he became quiet listening to her. And after a few seconds he softly said, "I know, I miss you too." That sentence hurt me more than I expected. I instantly stood up and walked toward the other side of the room, pretending to look at pictures, because suddenly guilt hit me badly again. This wasn't simple anymore. This wasn't just memories. Real people could get hurt now. Justin ended the call quietly after a minute. Then he looked at me immediately. But I avoided eye contact. And he noticed instantly. "Selena." I shook my head softly. "No, it's okay." But honestly, it wasn't okay emotionally. Justin slowly walked closer. "She's coming back after 2 days." That sentence made my stomach drop instantly, because suddenly everything felt temporary. Fragile. Dangerous. I looked at him quietly and whispered, "Justin, maybe I should leave tomorrow." The moment I said that, his face fell completely, like genuinely hurt. "What?" I forced a small smile, trying to stay emotionally strong. This whole thing is becoming too intense. And after tonight, I don't even know what's right anymore. Justin stared at me silently for a few seconds. Then suddenly he grabbed my hand gently. "Don't go yet." His voice sounded almost desperate. "I just got you back." That sentence instantly made my chest hurt emotionally again. Because deep inside, a dangerous part of me didn't want to leave either. I looked at him silently while my heart kept fighting with my mind. Then suddenly, Justin moved closer. Too close. I could literally feel his breathing now. And for one terrifying second, I thought he was going to kiss me. My heart started racing uncontrollably. Neither of us moved. Neither of us spoke. The tension between us became insane. And honestly, if one more second passed, something dangerous probably would have happened. But suddenly, ring! My own phone started ringing loudly. Both of us jumped slightly. I quickly grabbed my phone. And the moment I looked at the screen, my blood ran cold, because the caller name said, Benny. Subscribe and press the bell icon. The moment I saw Benny's name on my phone screen, my entire body went cold. I immediately looked at Justin nervously. And honestly, the timing felt terrifying. Like reality itself had suddenly entered that hidden room to remind us this situation wasn't some fantasy anymore. Justin quietly stepped back while staring at my phone silently. Neither of us spoke for a second. My heart was beating so fast I could barely breathe properly. Then the phone stopped ringing. But before I could relax, it started ringing again instantly. Benny again. I swallowed nervously and whispered, "I should answer." Justin looked away quietly. And honestly, that tiny reaction hurt me emotionally for some reason. Because suddenly I realized something painful. Both of us were trapped between emotions and reality now. So I finally answered the call. Hey. Benny's voice instantly came from the phone, sounding worried. "Benny Blanco. Selena, where are you? You disappeared last night. I've been calling you for hours." I looked toward Justin nervously while trying to sound normal. "I'm okay. I just wasn't feeling well." Benny sighed heavily. "You scared me." Then suddenly he asked, "Are you alone right now?" That question almost made my heart stop. I froze completely for a second. And Justin noticed immediately. So before the silence became suspicious, I quickly replied, "Yeah, I'm fine." But honestly, my voice sounded nervous even to me. Benny became quiet for a moment, then softly said, "You don't sound okay." And that sentence hit me emotionally because Benny always understood my emotions quickly. I forced a small laugh, trying to hide everything. "I'm just tired." But inside, I felt horrible suddenly, because Benny had supported me through some of my darkest moments. And now I was hiding something massive from him. Then Benny spoke again softly. "Listen, I was thinking maybe we could meet tomorrow. I miss you." Those words made me close my eyes for a second emotionally. Because hearing someone care about me while standing next to Justin inside a hidden room full of our memories felt overwhelming. Too overwhelming. I quietly replied, "Yeah, maybe." Then Benny paused before asking one more thing. "Selena, are you crying?" I instantly turned away from Justin because tears had actually started forming in my eyes again without me realizing. "No." But Benny immediately said softly, "You are." That was it. I couldn't even speak for a second after that. Because sometimes the people who truly care about you can hear pain in your silence immediately. Justin quietly looked down while listening from nearby. And honestly, the guilt inside me became unbearable now. Then Benny gently said, "Whatever's wrong, you can tell me, okay? I'm here." I quickly wiped my tears, trying to stay calm. "I know." "Thank you." Then after talking a little more, I finally ended the call slowly, and the second the phone screen went dark, the room became painfully silent again. Justin still hadn't moved. He stood near the memory wall, quietly staring at the floor. Then after a few seconds, he finally spoke. "He loves you." Not as a question, as a fact. I looked at him silently. And honestly, I didn't know what answer would hurt less. Justin laughed weakly, but there was sadness inside it. "He worries about you the same way I used to." That sentence hurt badly, because hearing jealousy hidden inside Justin's voice felt emotionally dangerous. I slowly walked toward him and whispered, "Justin," but he shook his head softly. "No, it's okay." Then he smiled sadly. "I think this is the first time I'm realizing someone else is actually part of your life now." I swear. The pain in his eyes at that moment almost destroyed me emotionally. Because for the first time tonight, Justin looked scared of losing me again. Then suddenly he looked around the room quietly and whispered, "Maybe I was selfish keeping all this." I instantly frowned. "What?" He slowly pointed toward the pictures. The room. The memories. All of it. I think part of me kept believing someday you'd walk back into my life again. At this point, my tears were falling silently again. Because honestly, maybe part of me never fully left either. Justin slowly sat down on the couch looking emotionally exhausted now. Then softly he asked, "Do you regret coming here?" That question shattered me internally. Because the truth was complicated. This night hurt. This night confused me. This night changed everything emotionally. But regret? No. So I slowly walked toward him and sat beside him quietly. Then I gently held his hand and whispered honestly, "No." Justin looked at me immediately, really looked at me, like he was searching for truth inside my eyes. Then suddenly, he smiled emotionally for the first time after the phone call. A small, real smile. And honestly, seeing him smile like that made my chest ache again. Then softly, almost carefully, Justin whispered, "You know what scares me the most?" I shook my head slowly, and he quietly said, "That even after all these years, you still feel like home to me." I instantly looked away because hearing that while sitting inside his hidden memory room became too emotional. Too real, and honestly, part of me wanted time to stop forever in that moment. But life doesn't work like that. Because suddenly, Justin's phone buzzed again. He checked the notification, and his entire face changed instantly. Like genuine panic. I looked at him worried. What happened? Justin slowly lifted the phone toward me, and the second I saw the message, my blood froze completely. Because the message was from Hailey. And it said, "Baby, surprise, my flight changed. I'm coming home tonight. Subscribe please and press the bell icon because you're my strength, my viewers." The moment I read Hailey's message, I felt like the entire room stopped breathing. "Baby, surprise, my flight changed. I'm coming home tonight." My hands instantly became cold. And when I looked at Justin, his face had completely lost color. For a few seconds, neither of us spoke. The hidden room suddenly didn't feel romantic anymore. It felt dangerous. Justin quickly locked his phone and ran his hand through his hair anxiously. No, no, no. This can't happen tonight. I immediately stood up, feeling panic rising inside my chest too. "Justin, calm down." But honestly, I was panicking myself. Because suddenly reality crashed into us brutally. His wife was coming home. And we were standing inside a secret room full of hidden memories of me. Justin started pacing around nervously. "If she sees this room, if she sees you here, everything is over." I could hear genuine fear in his voice now. And honestly, that hurt me emotionally too. Because no matter what emotions existed between us, I never wanted to destroy someone's home. So I quickly walked toward him and softly grabbed his face with both hands. "Listen to me." He looked at me immediately. "We're going to stay calm, okay?" Justin took a deep breath, trying to relax. But his hands were still shaking slightly. Then suddenly, without thinking, he held my wrist gently and whispered, "I don't want you to go." That sentence broke my heart instantly. Because even in panic, even with everything collapsing around us, part of him still only cared about losing me again. I looked at him emotionally and whispered, "Justin?" But before I could say anything else, the sound of a car stopping outside echoed through the house. Both of us froze instantly. Justin's eyes widened. No way. And then, the front door alarm beeped softly downstairs. She was here. Earlier than expected. My heart started pounding so hard I thought I would faint again. Justin immediately looked toward the hidden door anxiously. "Stay here." "What?" "Please." His voice sounded desperate now. "Just for a minute." Then suddenly we heard footsteps downstairs. And a woman's voice calling softly, "Justin?" My stomach dropped completely. "Hailey." Justin looked at me one last time nervously before quickly leaving the hidden room and closing the secret door behind him. And suddenly, I was alone. Alone inside a hidden room filled with memories of a man who was now downstairs greeting his wife. I slowly backed away emotionally, trying to breathe properly. And honestly, I felt horrible. Completely horrible. Because no matter what emotions existed between me and Justin, this situation was painful for everyone. Then outside the hidden room, I could faintly hear voices. Hailey sounded happy. Like genuinely happy to be home. "I missed you." Then silence. Probably hugging him. And weirdly, that hurt more than I expected. I slowly sat down on the couch inside the hidden room while trying not to cry again. Then suddenly, I heard footsteps coming closer. My heart instantly stopped because the footsteps were moving toward the hallway, toward this wall, toward me. I quickly stood up in panic. No, no, no. Then I heard Hailey's voice again outside. Wait, what's this? My blood froze completely because she was standing near the hidden wall. Justin immediately answered nervously. Nothing. But Hailey sounded suspicious now. No, seriously, this wall wasn't here before. I covered my mouth, trying not to breathe loudly. My entire body was shaking. Then suddenly, knock knock. Hailey lightly knocked on the hidden wall. And I swear, at that moment I thought everything was over. Justin quickly tried distracting her. Baby, come downstairs first, you just got home. But Hailey still sounded confused. Why are you acting weird? I just asked about the wall. The tension became unbearable. Inside the room, I looked around desperately, trying to think of what to do. There was no exit, no window, nothing. And honestly, for the first time that night, I realized how dangerous this entire situation really was. Then suddenly, Hailey laughed softly outside. Wait, Justin, are you hiding something from me? I closed my eyes instantly, because hearing that sentence while standing inside his secret Selena room felt terrifying. Justin stayed silent for a second too long, and I think Hailey noticed, because her voice became quieter now, more serious. Justin? My heart kept racing uncontrollably. I could literally hear my own breathing. Then suddenly, Justin spoke softly. Baby. And for 1 second, I genuinely thought he was about to tell her the truth. But instead he nervously laughed and said, It's just an old storage room. I slowly exhaled shakily inside. But Hailey still didn't sound convinced. Then open it. That sentence hit like a bomb. Complete silence. Justin didn't answer. And honestly, that silence probably made everything more suspicious. Then suddenly, my own phone vibrated loudly inside the hidden room. I looked down in horror. Benny calling again. And outside the wall, everything became dead silent. Because they heard it. The ringing. Inside the secret room. And then, Hailey whispered outside. Justin, who's in there? To be continued. If you want to know what happened next, then instantly subscribe to Trend Talk and make sure that you're press the bell icon to never miss any story about me, about Justin Bieber, about Benny Blanco, and share your problems, each and everything in comment section. I'll respond yo.